I was talking to one of my homeboys the other night. He told me that the hospital isn't available on BET Plus yet. So how do you feel about that, and how much influence do you have with the network to tell them the importance? I would think you would think the importance of also having it available on BET Plus.
Little to no influence. Marginal influence. If we have a loaf of bread, I am the butt or the face.
but one of the breads without
where you're like, who needs it?
Who needs it?
I express this to them as well, just because like Churchy was on BET Plus, so for 6 weeks we're Churchy on BET Plus, Churchy on BET Plus, Churchy on BET Plus, same lingo. Hospital comes out 3 weeks after Churchy. People are just assuming, and we're saying BET, but they're not checking the ad to see if it's BET or BET Plus. And it's not like we're saying Churchy's on BET Plus, the hospital's on Peacock. That is like, that is very different. And also, I think most consumers assume that if you have something on linear, it's also going to be available on your streamer.
Makes
right?
sense.
Well, nowadays,
Nowadays, Abbott comes out on Tuesday or whatever. It's on Hulu on Wednesday. Most people only watch it, or some people only watch it on Wednesday, whatever the case is. If it's on, I watch HBO, Game of Thrones on HBO, the app. I'm very rarely sitting in front of my TV. Right. We on the road. I'm watching it before the show, 6 o'clock or whatever. So I think it's a better approach is to have it everywhere. But BET, the television linear network, is a different company than BET Plus.
Oh.
Two different teams, marketing teams. They sometimes share IP, but we technically sold Churchy to BET Plus, and then they was like, okay, we're also going to make a deal to put it on linear, separate deal. We technically sold the hospital to BET Linear, and you would need a separate agreement to have it on BET Plus, and a lot of times those are not instantaneous. Sometimes they'll have a first window in BET Plus and then go on BT. Sometimes they'll go on BT and then later stream on Plus. But when you're fighting for these eyeballs, you got like a short window of time where you're promoting heavily. So I was like, man, if we could have it on both, people have two chances. And then just the truth of the matter is, we all grew up in a time where you wanted to watch Martin, it was on Thursdays at 7.
Right.
And then Living Single came on after. That is not, things are not so ironclad like that to where you can't, if you miss it on that, you just, remember you missed Turtles, Turtles gone. Yeah. You missed that episode, brother, unless you taped it, you going back to school, they like, man, Leonardo cut somebody's head off, y'all. You're like, what? I was sick. Like, you missed it. But like my kids have never, ever had appointment viewing TV. They have no concept of, I need to watch this thing at this time, right? And that's not how they watch TV. So I definitely would have preferred it be available on both, because we just would have had more eyeballs, and I think that messaging is easier if people can go where they already are. Because some people say, I just got BT Plus just for Churchy. Yeah. They might stick around if they now have the hospital to watch. But people move quick, man. They might. And that one thing I learned when I had KevOnStage Studios, and people they're not keeping that app forever. A lot of times they buy it, watch the show they want, they turn it off.
I did that with Lil' Kev. I'm on Lil' Kev on BET Plus. As soon as that show ended, I watched them 10 episodes. I was like, in cancel. Oh, we got renewed? Renewed. I'm back.
But that's common though.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that.
Churchy was in reverse though, right? Churchy was BET Plus onto proper. Then
So Churchy, the first season was on BET Plus, and then later aired on linear.
Yep.
And this current season is not yet available on linear, but the deal says it can air later, but they want to get all the juice out first on Plus. But yeah, it's not. Neither of them has been available on both Watch Now, which would have been the best case scenario, but that just ain't how it worked out.
I had a follow up real quick because it's about these two shows. How did the deals even come about? Because I think anyone that's getting into TV producing or writing and developing, they want to know how did you even approach BET, or did BET approach you?
Yeah.
And then what's the pitching process to get these shows made?
I'll tell you, man, and I'll be very honest. We made Churchy initially for KevOnStage Studios when I had the streaming service, and it was like a Hail Mary, because we found, okay, throughout the process I realized unscripted is cheaper to make, but people don't care as much about unscripted. There's not as much of a reason to stay week to week for an unscripted show, game show, whatever it is. And no matter how funny it is, people don't feel like I got to stay for unscripted.
Did people encourage you to do scripted?
Oh, some people.
Yeah.
Did some people say,
that I've known for many years have randomly reminded me scripted is where it's at, Kev. Some people with initials who go by initials, they have hit me and said scripted is the way. And obviously in the grand scheme of things, there's shows that supersede that.